MLS executives and people, you go to CMLS, you go to NAR, you go to any of these events, will talk about we need to be nimble, we need to be innovative.
Right.
And then when actual innovation gets in front of them, they just get real busy saying no.
You've described that very eloquently. Yes.
That's I think what I'm trying to point to. You're right. The MLSers should look at this and say, is this harmful in some way to consumers? No. Right? Is this harmful to our agents in some way? I don't see how. Right? Why not just say, you don't need to do this as exclusive. Just put it on the MLS, put whatever the conditions flags, and this is an open door certainty deal or whatever, and then we'll just get it out to Zoe, we'll get it out to everybody so everyone knows the deal and this is how it works. Right? If Open Door did not approach MLSs, and that's why I'm saying it's a big if. I don't know. We don't know. We should be, and we're doing this publicly. So, hey, listen, hey, Stan, hey, Emily, hey, Renee, hey, Bob, if you want to tell us, then tell us, right? Hey, Open Door, tell us if you didn't go to MLS, say, hey, this is what we'd like to do. Will you guys let us do it? Then tell us why you did, right? That's what I'm getting at. So it's more
again. So being a vendor, right? I've got this idea of making MLS search better, and I'm going to make this product to do that. I'm already paranoid enough, right? Where I don't want my competitors or anybody else to know kind of this innovations we're working on. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could give. There would be that's just one reason why. That I wouldn't go to say, hey, I got this great idea. Do you want to do this on the MLS? Right. That's just one reason. I mean, there could be multiple there. And like anything, they have to then deal with, the MLS, I know, working with them, the MLS organizations versus the MLS vendors that they have, they've got a feature list, things they want done on that MLS system as long as my arm, right? The roadmap is far and long. So the speed at which Open Door wants to move, maybe it's like, we'd love to do this MLS. It's just going to take 3 years to happen. So we got to do it on our own. Right. You talk about being nimble, and I understand what you're saying there, but it's a member driven, volunteer driven organization. Right. It's just not going to be as fast and nimble as these prop tech companies want to be. And that is not, I don't think, every MLS wants to be more nimble and quick, but those are just some of the realities right now, right? So,
of course it is, man. That is some of the realities, and I think this is the point I'm trying to make, right? The CMLS meetings are coming up, September? Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the people who listen to us right now are MLS executives and MLS people. We know this, right? So I'll say this, I'll make this point, because this is something I've spent years sort of making this point as a consultant, right? Y'all need to get way better at saying yes, right? It really is sort of reminiscent of the NIMBY phenomenon, right? Every MLS is like, well, we don't want to be the first. Well, let's see what somebody, let's somebody. And I'm saying it leads to stuff like this, Open Door exclusives. If the vendors in the space knew that, hey, if we go to HAR, if we go to Austin, if we go to this MLS, they're bending over backwards to say yes. They're bending over backwards to figure out, how do we allow this? How do we enable this innovation to happen, right? Instead of, they're just trying to figure out ways that they can say no to us, right? Yeah. Philosophically, and I think this is true, vendors regard MLSs as a whole, right, as they're a barrier. They're going to tell us what we can't do. They're going to tell us no, right? And I'm saying culturally, philosophically, if the vendors felt like, no, the MLS industry is all about figuring out how to say yes. Right? They're all about trying to help us achieve what we want to achieve. Now, there's some financial barriers. There's this, there's that, 3 years, da-da-da. Okay, cool. But the overall industry mindset at the MLS side is, oh, that's a really cool idea. Let's figure out how we can help you implement this idea, right?
Yeah,
I do not believe that is the mindset.
No, because it's protecting the data, right? That's their whole thing is, the shields are up automatically, right? That's their mindset coming from. I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm getting at, right?
I understand what you're saying there.